Good morning, everyone. Good day, everyone. Today, I will present about one of the projects under the ASEAN Secretariat, which is called ASEAN Cultural Heritage Digital Archive, or we usually refer it as the ACHDA. My name is Sofiany. I am the project officer of ACHDA, and later on, my colleague Gladys Respati, the communication officers of ACHDA, will also join us to present a little bit more about the project. So for today's presentation, there are three parts. Of the first part, I will go briefly share about the overview of the project, and then the second part, I will explain more about the project implementation, and on the last part, but also not the least, Ms. Gladys Respati will share about the promotional part and also the communication part of the project. So this project exists because it aims to increase ASEAN awareness and ASEAN identity. And because of this, we aim to support the digitization of heritage items in the ASEAN member state. And we also aim to complete the collection of the existing consolidated regional platform, or we call it ACHDA website, to share the digital archive among ASEAN member states. And last, also but not least, we wish to intensify public promotion of the ACHDA website. The stakeholders of the project is, of course, there are us, the ASEAN Secretariat. We report to senior official meeting for culture and arts because this is culture projects. And the implementing agency is Entity Data from Japan. And this project is possible because of the support from the government of Japan through the Japan ASEAN Integration Fund. ASEAN Cultural Heritage Digital Archive is a long-term project. At first, we plan to execute it in 6 years, but since we have ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, it took longer than 6 years. We have successfully conducted the first phase in 3 countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. And now we are in the second phase. We have Cambodia and Myanmar. Next year, if there's no change in plan, we will have Laos, PDR, and Vietnam joining us. And in the last phase, we will have Brunei Darussalam, Singapore, and the Philippines. These are the activities and the expected output. Of course, the main part of the project is to do digitization in the ASEAN member state. And as a result from the digitization, we will upload it to the website, which is website update. But beside the result of the digitization, the ASEAN member state can also contribute their existing data. For example, in the museum, they already have a 3D data or 2D data, a good photographs of certain heritage item, and then they want to contribute it to add it to the ACHA website. The project welcome such a contribution. Last but not least, of course, one of the main activities of the project is also to promote about the website itself. So in the first phase, beside digitizing items from Indonesia and Malaysia, we also developed the website, and we successfully launched the website last year in February 2020. So now the website is possible to be accessed by everyone with internet connection. So if you go to heritage.asean.org, you can visit heritage item from the ASEAN member state country. For now, it's only Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. But yes, we are adding more and more content collection from other ASEAN member states. And so far, from February to March 2020, we have recorded there are 93,773 views to the website. Please visit our website so this number can keep increasing. And these are a brief overview of the current numbers of digitized items by the projects. In Indonesia, we estimatedly have 20 items. Malaysia, we have 64. In Thailand, we have around 70s. Again, now this second part, we will share more about the digitization. The digitization or the digital preservation method. For this project, there are two options. It is 2D or 3D. And basically, these are the three main process in the project. First is before digitization, and after the digitization. Before the digitization, of course, one of the important part is to select the participating institution. Participating institution here means the museum, galleries, library, which item will be digitized by the projects. And for this selection is up to the Ministry of Culture. So we work closely with the Ministry of Culture. They will select the participating institution, and then later on, after the selection, the participating institution will select the items to be digitized. And then for the digitization, there are two main parts, which are assessment visit. You have to assess the heritage item before the actual digitization itself. And after digitization, we also again seek another support from the participating institution to provide metadata or the item description and also the additional data to be uploaded to the website, and also to promote the agency. For the heritage item selection, there are lots of points of consideration, and these are some of them. First is the location. It is very important to know where the heritage item is located. If it's indoor, outdoor, because it will affect the lighting, also the placement, also the tool setup. It is also important to agree that where the location of the digitization will be done. For example, the heritage items are spread to several museums or several institutions. To save some time, we will seek advice whether it is possible for all the participating institutions to move all the items into one location, and all the digitization can be done in that specific location. Why? Because sometimes to set up the digitization tools, it takes half day. And in order to save time and for efficiency purposes, it would be more helpful if the digitization can be done not in one specific location. The item of the heritage item will also affect the digitization method that will be done, whether it is 2D, 3D, yeah. The characteristic of the item, if it is too sharp or if it is too shiny, sometimes it's not possible to be captured by the 3D digitization tools. So the Japanese vendors sometimes offer that what if for this specific item we do 2D digitization instead. Special handling is also one of the point of consideration, because sometimes if the digitization involve like a very fragile items, the participating institution need to be aware of the risk. Yeah, it's also related to the number 6, handling the damage and loss. Moving costs, if it's too big, of course we will need like extra human resource to move the item, and whether there is a moving cost because of that. And last but not least, of course, approval. We need the ministry to approve that the heritage item is agreed to be submitted to join the project. This is the example of the 3D digitization. So as you can see, we have golden bowl craft with Ramayana story here. This item is from the National Museum of Indonesia. And so all the setup, all the tools, computers, the rotating plate, all brought by the digitization vendor from Japan. One of the important part here is, or things that the vendor emphasize is, the digitization vendor will never touch the heritage item. Because of that, they need one personnel standby with them to always be with them to move the heritage item during the process. Yeah, like to rotate the item, to move the item, to change the item, because they will never touch the item. And this is the sample of special handling for 2D digitization. For 2D, sometimes you will think that, okay, this is just a photography. It is very simple. Just put the object there and then took a photos. But from the ASEAN project implementation, we learned that for specific items such as Panji Jayakusuma books or manuscript, since the paper is very fragile, so the digitization vendor come up with a book holder. So they make this book holder to put the Panji Jayakusuma manuscript on top to be able to do the digitization smoothly. Again, they did not touch the book at all. Even turning the pages need to be done by the staff from library, because this object is from the National Library of Indonesia. Again, this is why the assessment visit is very important to be done before the digitization, because through the assessment visit, the digitization vendor can evaluate what kind of tool is needed, what kind of support is needed. And yeah, because of the assessment visit, it's possible to do the digitization smoothly. Of course, after the digitization itself, the next part is to provide the metadata or the heritage item descriptions. And these are the information that we put and we require from participating countries, institution, I mean. Is the collector, providing country, license, classification, also the date, description of the heritage item. For the description, so far we offer in 2 languages. First is in the English and second in the local language. And also watermark. So for all ASEAN member states, of the project has agreed that for all items digitized by the project will have a watermark. And the watermark consists of the logo of the participating institutions and circled by the names of the project. This is to ensure the ownership still belong to the participating institution. Yeah, that's all a little bit about the project implementation, also project of review. Next part, of course, it is very important to promote the project. To promote the website, we have done lots of effort to digitize and then to put the data into the website. The next crucial part is to promote it, yeah, for public to access that this information, this service, this amazing thing is available online. And for this part, I would like to invite my colleague, Gladys Respati, the communication officers of the ASEAN to present about it. Welcome, Gladys.
Thank you very much, Sophie. As mentioned earlier, one of our main focuses in the ACHDA project's second phase is to promote the ACHDA website. To this end, we have an array of promotional activities that will be carried out from 2021 to 2022. The first and most notable is a series of online exhibitions, or what we call e-exhibitions, which aim to showcase the digitized ASEAN cultural heritage artifacts through storytelling and thematic online displays. 2 e-exhibitions will be launched on the ACHDA website within the 3rd and 4th quarter of 2021, while the 3rd e-exhibition will possibly be launched either in the 4th quarter of 2021 or 1st quarter of 2022. Each e-exhibition will feature a collection of digitized items from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, which are the participating countries of ACHDA Phase 1, that will be curated by experts or guest curators from the ASEAN region and beyond. In between the e-exhibitions, the ASEAN Secretariat will also host several webinars where guest curators and NTT data will be able to share further insight into the curated items, the digitization process, and more. So this is something that you can look forward to in the near future. Next. Modular exhibits of the ACHDA project will be displayed at the participating institutions of ACHDA Phase 1 and at upcoming ASEAN events. The modular exhibitions will provide museum or library visitors with information on the accomplishments of ACHDA Phase 1, while also enabling access to the cultural heritage artifacts or items through QR codes linking directly to the ACHDA portal. Now, due to ongoing travel restrictions because of COVID-19, online promotions on social media have been a big part of our promotional activities. The ASEAN Secretariat and ASEAN COCI social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn regularly promote and provide updates on the ACHDA project. Also related to online promotions, there is an upcoming blog on ACHDA that will feature articles on a wide range of topics related to the ACHDA project and website. So please stay tuned to our social media handles for updates on the blog. Additionally, the ASEAN Secretariat has and will be developing several communication products as part of the second phase of awareness campaigns under the ASEAN Communication Master Plan 2018 to 2025, or ACMP2 initiative. This includes a comic strip on creative economy, which features the ACHDA portal here, and an upcoming podcast episode on ACHDA, which will be released later this year and in 2022. This concludes our presentation on the ASEAN Cultural Heritage Digital Archive. Please do visit the ACHDA website at heritage.asean.org and make sure to follow and like ASEAN COCI on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram to stay updated with the latest news on ACHDA. Thank you.